Hi, it's Nicole Vogelsinger of Wild Boho. Today we're talking all about sequins, sequin storage, the different types of sequins, and where I source them from. So let's get started. Today I am going to reorganize my sequins. In one of my Billy bookcases, I have stacks of these trays, which are great. You can see I have sequins and buttons. I love my label maker, obviously. I need these trays for something else though, and so I am redoing my sequins. So I picked up a few of these little organizers at Michael's. There's 24 jars in here, and I don't plan on keeping them in this case. I think I'm going to give that to my son to use for his Lego storage, but I'm going to use all of the little jars. So I have lots of sequins, all different sizes. It helps me, I think it's going to help me even more to see them all in one place, which is why I was looking for tinier jars. I think I'm actually going to put these in one of these little tray organizers. I just bought a bunch of new sequins from Sue Spargo's website. Look how tiny they are. They're from Australia. Super cute, adorable. So I'm going to be putting those in a jar. Oops, I should take the lid off. So I've had them in several of those tray containers that I showed you earlier, but for me, when I'm working on a project, it helps me, I think it's going to help me a lot, to have them all in one spot rather than pulling out all the different trays. So that's my plan. With craft storage, I'm always finding the perfect way to store things, as I'm sure you probably are too, because that's just what we do as crafters, and we have a lot of supplies. I've already realized that some of the sequins that I have are going to be too many. Like, I have too many to, like with these, I have a lot extra, but that's okay, because I'm going to have one spot where I keep my overflow, where I'll just refill them if I empty this jar out. And believe it or not, like sequins, it looks like it's a tiny little amount in there, but that is a ton of sequins. So it's going to take me a while to go through all of those. These are the boxes that I've had them in, which work really great, and I actually need them for some bead storage. So that's why I kind of came up with this idea. So you can see those are bigger, but they all fit in here. I wasn't sure how this idea was going to work, but it's looking like they're fitting my sequins just fine. So I'm going to keep doing this, and then I'll show you where I'm going to put them all at the end. So I wanted to answer probably the most pressing question that you're wondering. Do the sequin storage boxes hold Lego? I can answer that. Yes, they do. I have 4 bins. I ended up needing 4 of the sequin storage cases, 24 little jars in each one. But my son says these are the best bins for storing his Lego plates. So now that I've answered that question, we can move on to sequins. So here is my box of sequins. Hopefully the glare is not too bad on that. I ended up buying, this is just a clear box that I got from Home Goods in the food storage section. I like the clearness of the plastic, if that's even a thing. It's not cloudy, it's perfectly clear, so I can see all of the colors. I ended up with 4 of those sequin storage boxes. Each box had 24 little jars, and I used up pretty much all of them. I think I have maybe 7 or 8 empty ones that I can fill with more sequins. But this works great. I can set it on my desk, have all of the sequins visible, which is what I really wanted. I feel like when my supplies are visible, I end up using them more just because I see them, and that's probably how we all are. If you put it away, you kind of forget about it. These are on my desk. I see them. I can just grab colors really easily. So let's talk more about where I get my sequins from and the different types of sequins that there are. So my first recommendation for sequins, if you're just getting started and you want a nice bunch of colors, all one size, this is from Michaels. It's called the Metallic Glitter Set. I found it in the scrapbooking section. It has 6 different colored sequins. They're all very tiny, but these colors I use for everything. They last forever. This will literally like last you forever. This is, I think I'm on my second one, but only because I gave a lot of sequins away the first time that I used it. So this is an excellent starter set of sequins. So let's talk sequin sizing. You see I have 2 different sized sequins here. I can't remember the size of either of these because they're out of their original packaging, but sizes for sequins run, say you have a 5mm sequin and a 12mm sequin. The 12s are going to be the larger of the sizes. So it's pretty easy to remember. The smaller the number, the smaller the sequin sizes. So shapes, you can see I have, these are little snowflake shaped ones. These are tiny little flowers. Oops, I have more little flowers here. So they come in a variety of shapes. There's also, these are flat sequins. And there's another flat, they're very glittery, so hopefully you can see that okay. Compared to a cup-shaped sequin. So both will have different effects. You can see that these really let off a lot of shine compared to these. They're both shiny, but you see more reflection in the cup shape. So let's talk sources for sequins. You can see here's my big bin of sequins. I find sequins everywhere. These cool snowflake shaped ones I found at, it was a flea market, like an indoor thrift store place where people had just all sorts of random antiques, and these were just supplies that I found. Let's see, these, I believe these I got from Sue Spargo's website. She has a lot of really unique sequins on her site. These, let's see. You can tell I have a lot of sequins here. Oh, these I found at, I think, Michael's in the kids section. I always find sequins in the kids section, the kids crafting section at craft stores, but then also on Etsy. These were some really cool patterned sequins. You can see they're like, they look like red disco balls almost. Search vintage sequins on Etsy, or even just search sequins and see what you can come up with. It's an inexpensive sort of supply to start building a stash of that's really fun to have available to use with your embroidery. So I hope this helped you with sequins, and next time we are going to look at embroidery threads in my studio.